What's up, guys? NOMG here, and today I'm just going to be going through teaching y'all real quick about what are time signatures, how time signatures work, what are measures, what are beats, what are bars, what are eighth notes, what are quarter notes, what are 16th notes, what are triplets, how to change time signatures in FL Studio, and just basic how to count music. If you're making music, you should any kind of music, you should definitely know how to count music and what kind of note values that you're working with in your music. So anyway, here's an example that I made for this video just to demonstrate how different note timings and countings can be implemented in music. So yeah, I used various different things like eighth notes, quarter notes, and then triplets and stuff like that, just to demonstrate that this stuff is important to know. So anyway, getting right into it, I'm just going to start on something very rudimentary, and that's quarter notes. Very basic note value. And when I say note value, I mean the value of that note in terms of how long it is. Like, not how long, but the space between that note and then another note. So say I got these 4 kicks. See how it's boom, 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 and then it starts over. That's quarter notes right there. That how you count that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, those are quarter notes. You can even hear it on the metronome right here. Right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's quarter notes. And the reason that it's called quarter notes is because the measure, or the bar, is divided up into these 4 notes. Okay? So that's why it's called quarter notes, because each of these notes is a quarter of a measure. And measure and bar are the same things. They're different words, but they mean the exact same thing. Okay? So that's quarter notes. Now, eighth notes is when you do this. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's how you count eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the reason that they're called eighth notes is because this measure is divided into 8 of these notes. Okay? So that's why. So you have quarter notes, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have eighth notes, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if you go over to my song, I'm just going to solo these chords. These chords, I used eighth notes right here, and then quarter notes right here. So see that? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So eighth notes, then quarter notes. And right here, oops, why did I do that? Right here, I use 16th notes. And how you count that is, I'm going to go up here. Right here is 16th notes. Right? How you count those is 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and alright. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Okay. And the reason these are called 16th notes is because a bar or a measure is divided into 16 of these. Okay? So if you go right here and look again at my chords, you'll see I have 16th notes, which is 4 for every beat. All right? What a beat is basically 1 quarter note. So for every 1 quarter note, which is right here, right, there's 4 notes. Okay? So for every bar, we have 16 of these notes. They're not all full volume because there's like a crescendo happening, but that's 16th notes. Now, with that being said, now that you know what quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16 notes are, okay, I want to bring y'all's attention to this. This right here is what's called a time signature. And for this picture, I have an alternate time signature than most popular music. It's 3/4, okay? If you ever hear somebody like maybe a rock musician or a jazz musician say, I'm in 3/4 time, or I want to play in 3/4 time, all that means is there's only 3 beats per measure, and each beat is 1 quarter note. Okay? So what that means is, you see right here, this actual solid area where we have notes at, we're in 4/4 timing, and most music you hear is in 4/4 timing. So that means there's 4 beats, there's 4 quarter notes. Okay, you hear the metronome, it goes 4 times, and you hear how it has a higher pitch before it's or on the one, it has a higher pitch that just signifies when the measure starts over. So all right, so we're in 4/4 timing. That means there's 4 beats per measure, and each beat is a quarter note. Okay. All right. So if you wanted to be in 3/4, you can go to Options, General Settings, go to Project. You see where it says 4 beats per bar, and each beat is a quarter note. That's basically what it means by 4 steps per beat in FL Studio language. Basically, you just lower that to 3, and you're in 3/4. Okay, so if I wanted to make something in 3/4, hear how the metronome's starting over after 3. Bing, bong, bong, bing, bong, bong. Right? That's 3/4, okay? And you hear how it has like the kind of like an off rhythm, off beat type of vibe. Right? That's just something you could play around with. So that's different time signatures, and you can research different music that uses different time signatures. Honestly, I don't stray away from 3/4. I mean 4/4. I mean 4/4. 4. It means 4 beats. 4 beats per measure, and each beat is a quarter note, and that's what most popular music is written in, and that's where I stay at. Like, I really don't stray away from that. So I don't really know much music that uses different time signatures, but if you do, now you know what it means. Like, if you ever come in contact with that, now you know what it means. Like, if someone says that they're in a different time signature, like 2/4, if they're in 2/4, or the song's in 2/4, there's only 2 beats per measure, and there's a quarter note for every beat, right? So it'd be more like Really, it's kind of the same as 4-4, to be honest. You know, but just that's something to play around with. And you can change the bottom number value to like 3-8 or 6-8 or whatever. So yeah, anyway, that's time signatures. So triplets. Right here I have, I'm gonna unmute everything. Right here I have triplets. I'm gonna go over this section. Triplets means that, okay, there's a couple different subtypes of triplets. There's eighth note triplets and there's quarter note triplets, and I'm pretty sure there's 16th note triplets. But the most basic and what I use right here is eighth note triplets. And that means basically there's 3 notes of equal value, of equal length per beat. So like we already went over, that 1 beat is 1 quarter note as long as we're in 4/4 time. Okay. So see, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 1, 2, that's all it is, like 3 notes per beat, okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's eighth note triplets, okay? And how you can remember that is that eighth note triplets is 3 notes of equal value in between 2 quarter notes. See, I got this line right here and this line right here. Inside of 1 quarter note, there's 3 notes. See, and this is where the 2 begins right here. Triplet. Really, how you're supposed to count these is say 1 and a 2 and a 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 1 and a 2 and a... Right? That's how you count triplets. Quarter note triplets. I'll just go over here. Okay. Let me see if this matches. Yeah, okay. Quarter note triplets is the same thing, except there's 3. Let me freehand this. Oh. A quick shortcut for this, like in FL Studio, is go to snap, then go to 1/3 of a beat. Okay. Then you have that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. It'll snap triplets for you. Quarter note triplets, and then right here is eighth note triplets. Okay. All right. So if you wanted quarter note triplets, you just do this. One, 2, 3, 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a. So it's basically quarter note triplets is 3 notes of equal value in between 2 quarter notes. So in the length of 2 quarter notes, you have 3 notes. Okay. And like I said before, eighth note triplets is you have 3 notes in the span of 1 quarter note. Right. So that's what triplets are. And for this arpeggio, actually, I used eighth note triplets. One and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Hear that? So yeah, that's basically some ways that you can implement triplets. like I said, for FL Studio, if you want to use triplets, click this little arrow, and the menu isn't showing up on the video, but go to snap, and then go to 1/3 of a beat. Not 1/3 of a step, 1/3 of a beat, and then you'll be able to do quarter note and eighth note triplets easily, like it'll snap to them. So basically, that's pretty much it. Went longer than it should have taken, but if you learned something, guys, like and subscribe. I'm not going to recap because that's going to make the video way too long, but I hope y'all learned something about quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, triplets, eighth note triplets, quarter note triplets, time signatures, what a bar is, what a measure is. So yeah, man, that's basically it. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.